Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Marmay here, and we are doing a little bit more on your science fair project. You did most of you did a wonderful job. I saw you do experiments and show some videos on Seesaw, and I was blown away. So I have three things I want to add for all of you to do to your slideshow. You don't have to repost a video, but we will check your slideshow. So let me tell you about what those three things are. First, I want you to add some background or pictures. So how you can do that is you can choose a theme, like I chose a theme for my background, and that's right here under change theme, or you can change each background color to a different color, just to make it a little bit more appealing to the eye. So that's the first thing. Change the background, a theme, color. The second thing is I want you to add some pictures. So for this one, does hot water or cold water freeze faster? I included a picture of an ice cube. Let me go to my materials. Okay, an ice cube tray, cold water, a tea kettle, and hot water. Okay, I'm going to insert an image, and I will search the web. And I think I'll find a picture of a tea kettle. There, perfect. I'm going to put that in there because I used a tea kettle to heat up my hot water. So some pictures. Let me see if I can add a picture to this one. Heat up the water. At the same time, pour cold water onto half of the ice tray. Oh, maybe I'll include a picture of an ice tray. Ice tray. Okay. There we go. I'm making this more interesting to look at. So backgrounds and pictures. Those together are actually the first thing. The second thing I want you to add are transitions. So a transition is how the slide looks as it's going through presentation mode. And some of you already did this. How you do that is you go to one of your slides and you click transition. Over here on the right, I can choose how I want this slide to transition. Like, I think I'll have it fade. Okay, let me see what that looks like. Play. Oh, okay, so it fades in. Let me go to the second one. So stop. My second slide, I think I want it to slide from the right. Let's see what that looks like. Play. Cool. You can either do the same transition for all of your slides, or you can transition each one differently. Not only can you transition the slides, but you can also animate the objects. Like I might want this ice cube to do a little spin. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Swoop. Cool, that will be more fun to look at. So we have background and pictures, add some transitions and animation, and then the third thing is the big one. You are going to add a last slide. Go to next time and say slide, new slide. And this one is going to be called research. I know this isn't one of the 7 steps of scientific inquiry, but it is part of what you should be doing in conclusion. You should actually be researching why your phenomena or whatever you studied, why it happened. So you can do that easily just by Googling it. So mine was, why does hot water freeze faster than cold water? And remember I told you about the Mpemba effect? So I'm going to include a little bit about why that actually happens. Let me go to chemical reaction. And I found this video that says Erasto Mpemba noticed the effect in 1963 when he was just 13 years old and making ice cream with his classmates. Now I can either embed this whole video or I can do a screenshot, Command-Shift-4, of just that one scene. I think I'm going to do the whole video though. So I'm going to copy this video and go back here and say insert a video. And then let me just paste the name of the video. There it is. That's the video I want to insert. Okay. And it's adding it. Perfect. And now I can play part of this video in my last slide. And then I did a little bit more research and I found out that it says right here, the Mpemba effect is the observation that warm water freezes more quickly than cold water, hence the faster freezing. Another reason is that warm water evaporates rapidly, and since this is an endothermic process, it cools water, making it freeze more quickly. So since the hot water is evaporating much more quickly, then it gets cooler and freezes more quickly. So I want to include that thought. So let me go over here. And I'm going to say this text box needs to be a little smaller, but I'm going to say hot water evaporates more quickly, thus making it then freeze more quickly. Let me see, and it says this is an endothermic process. Let me add that thought. This is an endothermic process. Perfect. So now I've added a few reasons about why research shows that my science experiment worked or that it didn't work. So you have 3 things you need to do to your slideshow. You have to add pictures and background. You have to add animation and transitions. And you have to add a research slide and search why your project worked or didn't work. Okay, so just a few things to add, and some of you already did this, and some of you might have a few things to add before you resubmit it. All right, have a good week.